And we are back on the town hall. And what is the busiest air travel day for this long holiday weekend? The FAA predicting more than 52,000 flights just today. Airlines face the first big test, I should say, of the busy summer season, and some are already playing catch up after severe weather delayed and canceled thousands of flights this week. More than 70 flights canceled in Buffalo alone. Now, beyond air travel, AAA predicts the vast majority of the more than 50 million Americans who will be traveling will drive to their destination. That's always the case, right? Joining me live right now with some interesting insight on all this is Elizabeth Carey. She is the Director of Public Relations and Corporate Communications for AAA. Appreciate you coming in because I saw this release from you and it's really interesting. Before I get to that though, I want to start with that air travel nightmare, right? It's been a rough week. Large part because of the weather. There are some other factors going in. Do we think it's going to get better as we're now getting into the really busy part of it?
Well, that's what's hard to say. Once there's a weather delay, sometimes that leads to a domino effect or a ripple effect where now the crew and the flight and the plane, they're all not in the same area anymore. So now the airlines have to match all that back up together. So it just leads to one delay after another. So unfortunately, that's what we're seeing right now. Started in like New York, East Coast areas over the weekend, and we're still seeing that ripple effect. So hopefully they can take care of that and it'll be smooth sailing for a lot of people this weekend, but be prepared for possible delays and have a plan B.
Yeah. You put out this list of the places that are seeing the biggest uptick in interest specifically from Western New Yorkers. So when you talk here, we're going to put you on screen with it, but walk us through some of those spots. They're not necessarily close by.
No, they're not. And there's a mix of places depending on if you're driving or if you're flying to different places. But what we're seeing are huge interest in national parks this year. Yeah. People going to the Badlands, people going to Yellowstone. A lot of people saved up money, saved up time, and they're saying now is the time we're going to do that.
Yeah, it's a long ways away, but what a place to check out. Mount Rushmore, the Badlands.
Right.
You also put out this list of the most popular local getaways because oftentimes, especially for a holiday like this, I mean, it's a 4-day trip perhaps. Where are some of the places for the quick gas tank getaways?
Yeah, like 50 million people traveling. It sounds like a lot, and some people might be saying, wait a minute, I'm not even going that far from home. I'm going to the Finger Lakes. But people are asking for that. They're asking for winery information. They're asking about information about going to the Adirondacks. And then they're also talking about going to places like right here in the Niagara region, Niagara Falls. So New York has a lot to offer, and so a lot of people like to stay local as well.
So you don't have to travel super far in order to get to somewhere that's a great destination. I mean, that list is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's not Hawaii by any means, but you know, it's pretty cool.
Beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
Also, we wanted to ask you about Toronto because there's an interesting confluence of things coming together here, right? You've got a holiday weekend in Canada as well, holiday weekend here. The Blue Jays are hosting the Red Sox, always a big draw up there. Do you anticipate that Toronto is going to be a place where a lot of people are going?
Yes, because another reason to add to your list is all these people are flying out of Toronto. So for international flights, Rome and Italy are in the top 5. So that means a lot of people are going up to Toronto to get a direct flight over to Europe. And it's a lot cheaper to do that. And then they don't have to deal with a possible delay in New York City. So we're going to see people traveling across the border to get up there to the airport too.
Yeah, I mean, I recently flew out of Toronto to go over to Amsterdam, right? Because it was much easier to get there than it is.
Yeah, it makes it easier. But if you are going up there like 3 hours in advance, especially on a holiday weekend, to make sure that you can get through baggage claim and security and everything up there.
Yeah, because we've heard, remember when we went through all the baggage problems in Toronto, the video out of there was like mind-blowing. It was a disaster.
Well, that's another thing we're seeing with the ripple effect right here in the States too. People saying, oh, wait a minute, I checked a bag, now my bag is here and I'm stranded, and they don't have their luggage. So if you can pack light and use a carry-on, use that, it's going to save a lot of hassles. Yeah. Even if you check a bag in your carry-on, put your medication and a change of clothes and whatever you might need to keep you comfortable if your baggage gets lost.
Great advice as always. Elizabeth Carey, Director of Public Relations and Corporate Communications for AAA Central and Western New York. Elizabeth, always great to see you. Happy 4th.
Oh, happy 4th. Safe travels.
Thank you.